What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. K-Rino. Friday night, I'm back. We're back on our regularly scheduled program. Excuse my inarticulation. And let's see what we come up with tonight, man. Let's see what we come up with tonight. Um, I'll wait till some of y'all come in before I give y'all compliments. Because I got nothing but love. I got nothing but love for y'all, man. Nothing but love. So y'all come on in the door. Well, I got nothing but love for most of y'all. But you give what you expect to get. So yeah, come on in, man. It's Friday night, open topic. And y'all hit the like button as you come in. I'm just stalling till I see a few of y'all come in. But we get it popping, man. We get it popping. Like enter in the room, click like as you come in. And we topic, as all of y'all know, because I see all the OGs coming in. I see all the OGs coming in. I see y'all coming in. Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all see me and hear me good? Let me know if y'all can see and hear me good. Are we good? We good? You know, some days we good, some days we ain't. I see my homie Fender G is in the building, man. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. All the OGs, man. I'm seeing nothing but the OGs up in this thing, man. I appreciate y'all's presence as usual. Like I say, for those who might not be regulars, I see most of my regulars in here, but those who may not be, um, who's that lady? Long time. How you been, Queen? This is open topic, which means y'all gonna ask me questions, throw stuff out that y'all might want to discuss, and like I always say, if I know the answer or think I know the answer, I'll answer it. If I don't, I won't. I'll just be like, I don't know. One of the greatest things we can do is be real enough to just say we don't know. It's all right. I tell people all the time, it's all right to not know because it gives you an opportunity. See, when it's something that you don't know, it gives you an opportunity to find out, to learn. It becomes a learning moment when it's something that you don't know. So it's okay. A lot of times we get caught in this thing where we got to try to pass ourselves off like we got all this knowledge, like we just are all wise and all knowing. It's like, nah, if you ain't the creator, you're not. So we'll get it on, man. Some of y'all haven't hit the like yet. I see the homie Marty Mars in the building. Phantom Face Final Landing. Deep Elevation. Yes, OG, man. God's Dummy Scholar. Man, come on, man. Who else? L. Username. See, these are all just the OGs. What's up, Ronald Forrest? Okay, we'll get it on, man. Let's get it started, y'all. Let's get it started. All right. Daniel Gomez. This is my man's channel, but he's introduced me to your music, and you are the go. Oh, appreciate you. Appreciate you and your man. Appreciate him for putting you on my music. God is great. Thank you so much for the love. Don't be a stranger, y'all. Yeah. Deeper Elevation says if your catalog disappeared tomorrow, what's the one message you hope still finds people? When you say disappear, what do you mean? Just like it just vanishes as if it never existed? If that's what you mean, the message would be Weigh your words carefully. Choose your words carefully. The improper use of words um, does just as much, if not more, damage than the infliction of bodily harm. Yeah. Phantom Face says, I got you some more followers, bro. I seen a clip on music artists worth more dead and mentioned your track. Had a few people thank me for you say I seen a clip on music artists worth more dead. What do you mean? I must be reading this wrong. You say you saw a clip on music artists worth more dead. Do I got a song called Worth More Dead? Yeah, I do, yeah. See Ali, appreciate you, Phantom Face, man. You know, I know Phantom Face are always riding for me, man. Can't do nothing but salute my brother. See Ali, peace, God. Is that Valentis Guru? What's going on? Y'all subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications, man. I want to see y'all every time. I want to see y'all every day on my daily videos as well. Also, for those who are not subscribed to my podcast or didn't know I had a podcast, my brother Keith Stowe, who's my partner and co-host, the Underground Dialogue podcast is our podcast, man, and we love to have y'all become regulars on that. We air every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on YouTube, and we love to have y'all become regulars on the podcast. Subscribe if you haven't already. All right. Is that Bill Silas, the Black Moses? It said, K-Rino, you need to make time for us to ask you questions about. that's why we're here. See, Bill Silas, you're a newbie, man. Look, Bill Silas says you need to make time for us to ask you questions about your music. Now I gotta lean on my OGs, Bill. All my OGs in here. Is that not what we do every week? That's what the open topic. Look, Bill, when you see this open topic, it says open topic 136. That means we've done this 135 other times, and all kind of questions come up, but half the questions or more are music related questions. So that's why I need you to hang with me, Bill. I need you to be a regular. I need you to subscribe and turn your notifications on so you'll know this. This is why we're here. Appreciate the love, Bill. Yeah, Ronald Forrest, I hope you're doing good too, my brother. Hydra of the Stars. Man, we got a lot of new people in here tonight. Good to see you, big brother. Been listening for years and you taught me so much. God is great. I appreciate that, Hydra. James B. Captain Lava Snow. What's going on, James? I appreciate you, man. Hey, man, shout out to the new people, man. Shout out to the new people. What's going on, Richie? Richie said you and your little brother, Nora, was just talking about me. Oh, that's what's up. All you got to do is say my name and I appear. That's how it works. You got to summon me. Yeah. Rekka, my brother. Man, salute to you, my brother. Hope all is well in Reckaville. Credo. What happened to your song, I Got 5 on it? Well, let me say this before I even mention that. Shout out to the Loonies, man. That's the original I Got 5 on it. But what happened was my big brother, my mentor, Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad, who will be a guest on the Underground Dialogue podcast next Wednesday, he was he wanted to make a song that was pushing the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's economic blueprint, which was the concept of black people giving 5 cents a day to build, to accumulate wealth and build for ourselves without ever always have to have our hand out. So his idea, he wanted to use the I got five on the concept and the beat and all that. So that's what that was. But nothing happened to the song. The song is still circulating and the principles are still in place. Hydra says, is there a deeper meaning or any meaning behind your song, The Maven? I've always wondered how the ending came to your mind when you were both the conscious artist and the creator. Yeah, I try to have I guess use the word moral to it. Um, it's more of an appreciation of your talents and gifts, to not misuse your talents and gifts, you know, and the detriment that can come. And that's just in a small nutshell of the mean of one of the meanings. It's layered in meaning, but that's one that pops in my head. Richie says, shout out for that Tila interview. Man, shout out to Tila for coming through and sitting down with his brothers. Great interview. If y'all haven't watched the latest episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast, go check out the Tila interview, man. Robert Boydston, what's going on, man? Screw love, no doubt about it. Deepa says, what's something you've forgiven yourself for, and how did that change your music? Man, you know, I'm gonna be real open with y'all right now. A lot of things that I've done wrong in my life, I don't think I have forgiven myself for them. That's one of the hardest things for me to do, is forgive myself. I can forgive you. Others have forgiven me, but I have a problem actually forgiving myself. You know, when I feel like I've wronged somebody, it's real tough for me, even if time has passed, even if I prayed for forgiveness, even if I may feel like God has forgiven me. It's something in me that has an issue, because I'll feel so bad that I hurt somebody, or that I did something wrong to somebody, or said something out of pocket, you know, that it's hard for me to let it go within myself. So that's a good question, man. But we should forgive ourselves, you know, when we really are sincere and truthful about being remorseful or feeling bad about something we did wrong. And if the person you wronged has forgiven you and they really have let it go, you have to work on forgiving yourself. Yeah. It's another good question. The five on it. Didn't delete the song. That song should still be on YouTube. I never uploaded it, but it still should be on YouTube. Just type in my name and economic blueprint, and it should come up. Jay Keezy, Alabeezy in the house. What's going on? The Jordan King. I was talking to, Corwin came to the gym Wednesday. JK came in and dusted that old jump shot off. What's up, Connie? Aaron Yarber, what's going on? Yeah. The INF official. What up? Everyone always told me that I got to listen to you when they hear the co-in-tem. What is that? I didn't catch that last part. Shout out INF official. Yeah. Okay. What's going on? Mr. Jack said K-Rino needs to get into some acting. We need you in the movie. Hey, well, man, you know what? Ask and you shall receive. See, um, and it's funny. I'm gonna tell you the irony in what you just said. You said I need to get into some acting because we need you in the movie. I just completed some scenes in a movie that I'm gonna be in, a local production that should come out. Hopefully, be done by the end of this year. Um, and it's funny, Mr. Jack. The name of the movie is called New Jack Houston. So Mr. Jack asked me about me acting in a movie called New Jack Houston. So yeah, you know, I got a few scenes in the movie, man. It ain't no cameos. I got some scenes. I got lines and stuff. So whenever it comes out, but also I'm not in the movie, but I contributed some music to a movie that's getting ready to drop called Return of the Mac. And shout out to brother Brian and sister Jamie who put this production together, and they included me in it to like make a couple of songs for the soundtrack, and I'll be performing in Detroit um, on the 19th of next month for the premiere and the concert and all that. It's gonna be dope, man. So yeah, so we got some movie action, man. We got some movie action. What up, Joey? You know what, Hydra? I couldn't agree with you more. I'll be trying not to go deep rabbit holes sometimes, you know, but we have to understand that there's a difference between conspiracy theory and actual conspiracy. One is just speculation and theory and hypothesis and things of that nature. The other one is no, it's actually happening. So Hydra says, brother, your channel is shadow banned because I've had notifications on for years. This is the first time I actually, hey man, I believe you, bro. I have, well, put it like this. This channel shows that I have like 68,000 subscribers on this channel. And I've said this long before. I don't know where these people are at. I have no clue where 68,000 people are on this channel. Y'all see right now, we just got a handful of people, and that's how it always is. But there's no way that 68,000 people are receiving notifications. Not even 10,000, not even 5,000. I would say not even 1,000. I have a tight circle that are consistently around and that get the notifications. Some people get them late, some people get them days later. But for you to say you've been subscribed and had your notifications on for years and you just now, that, hey man, I believe you, bro. I believe you, man. Why y'all shadow banning me? YouTube. I'm just a little no-name rapper out of Houston. I mean, I'm not, am I a threat? Why y'all worry about me? Why y'all shadow banning me? YouTube. What's the problem? Aaron says, he said, we know all too well about summoning you. Me and my boy Richie the Rhymer. Me and my bro Richie the Rhymer. What's that? Every day and somehow. Oh man. Number love. LeBron's Willy Wonka TV. The struggle made me great, no question. Here we go. I did it again. Y'all know this moment was coming. What's up, Mac T? Vincent is in the building. Joseph Tyson. Appreciate the love, Joseph Tyson. The INF says, have you ever seen a UFO before? No, I've never laid eyes personally on what is referred to as a UFO. I believe that they're UFOs. I believe that they're IFOs, but I really have never seen one. I know that they're out there. I don't believe aliens are in them, but no, I've personally never seen one. Yep. Foley on Foley, 8915 was listed 7-hour block earlier today. Get ready for part 2. I wouldn't say it's part 2, but I'll say part 2 because it's the second album I did with Tragic in Canada. It's called Path of Destruction. It's not out yet, but it's coming. Appreciate the love, man. All of y'all go get a K-Rino album. Hey, man, my OCD senses are tingling. My OCD is kicking in, man. It's a bunch of people in here that have a button. If y'all are in the building and haven't clicked that thumbs up, please do that for your big brother. Please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. Come on, y'all. My OCD be bothering me when it's disproportionate over there. Deep elevation, has there ever been a moment where your message put you in danger? And if so, how? Nah. Not that I know of. If I was in danger, Allah protected me and I didn't even know it. So, nope. Bill said, how would you classify your music? What genre of rap do you fit in? Man, that's a tough one. I would classify my music humbly submitted as humbly submitted. I don't want to say that. It's going to sound arrogant. Eye-opening. I would hope that it's eye-opening. I'll tell you what. Let everybody in the chat, if y'all would be willing, what, in one word, what genre of rap would you classify me as? Not to say that you're going to put me in a box or that I put myself in a box, but I don't know. But most people say, well, it's reality rap. But I mean, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place, man. Garrett says, what's your opinion on the current H-Town music scene with you being one of the original, well, SPC, not SUC. I'm South Park Coalition. What's my opinion? I'm gonna say this, Garrett. My opinion is not as negative as a lot of people's are about H-Town rap, because I go against a lot of what the traditional statements are about H-Town. We say, oh man, we don't stick together. I don't agree with that. Oh man, we don't support each other. I don't agree with that. It's too many successful artists that have come out of H-Town that have sold millions of records, that have reached legendary status, that are still active, still doing shows, still putting out albums. For us to say that the city don't support or we don't stick together, reality disputes that. So It could be better. H-Town could be better, but a lot of that has to do with powers and situations that are beyond our control. Like, you don't hear a lot of H-Town music, to my knowledge. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. You don't hear a lot of H-Town music on the radio anymore. And that was a time where you would at least hear a bunch of H-Town local rap on the radio. And that hurts the game, because a lot of artists that would be way more popular, they're not. But social media kind of levels that playing field, because a lot of people, they get their grind on through social media, and they don't really necessarily need the radio. Our content could get more conscious, but Cedric Coleman, what's going on? Will you ever make another Maven sequel? Man, the Maven getting love tonight. Probably not. I don't think I would, but I would never I would never close the door. I leave the door cracked. You never can say. Metro Pieces. Can you talk about the song Rap Illustrated? That was done for my homie who had a magazine at the time. That's an old one. I don't even know how you even found that song. But that was done for one of my homies who had a magazine at the time. Many, many years ago. Probably 20. Flatardo von Braun. Hey, K, do you believe in flat earth or globe earth? All you got to do is look over my shoulder. Look over my shoulders, honey. Remember Michael Jackson said that? If you look over my shoulders, just look behind me. That'll tell you what I believe in. Just look behind me. Tell you everything you need to know. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam, Brother Chris. OKC. Them boys have made it to the championship. Wow. Man, appreciate you, Richie. Return of the Mac. If y'all haven't heard, if y'all want to hear the two songs I did on the Return of the Mac movie, they're on YouTube. One is called Return of the Mac, and one is called Pop Pop. Phantom Face say, you see that globe on the left side? Hey, man. Maybe he didn't look behind me. Do I have some good literature that I can recommend? Most of the books that I read that I like are books that are written by members of the Nation of Islam. I'm just biased like that. I feel like the Nation covers everything you need to know, even though I know there are a lot of great artists. But yeah. NOI, go to NOI.org and you'll see you'll see all those books. And your big brother, I got a couple of books too. If y'all didn't know I had books out, let me know. I would also recommend some of my books. Flatardo says, yeah, but why make a song about it? What do you mean, why make a song about it? I made a song. Look, I didn't make a song about flat earth. I didn't make a song about globe earth. I made a debate song about people debating flat earth versus globe earth. And if you listen to the song, I did my best at that time based on where my knowledge was then. I'm far more knowledgeable of both sides now. But at that time, I tried to write the song as biased, I'm not biased, as non-biased as I could. I tried to balance it. I didn't make one side just destroy the other, even though I'm not a flat earther. try to be fair. I've done that before. I did a song about atheism versus evolution versus creationism. You know, I might have been a little biased at the end on that one, but yeah. Blatonio Todd, what's going on? Hey, man, look at that. That's knowledge. Todd says, theories don't kill people, conspiracies do. No question about it. Yeah. Gary says, expand your mind. Knowledge is key, my brother. I agree. I'm trying to expand my mind, and I do believe knowledge is key. Yeah, yeah. He said the graven image of the waters below on his shelf. Fambo Podcast, what's going on? The Mac is an Oakland classic. Return of the Mac. Hope it's good. Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. That's what it's the. It's not a sequel. It's more just it's a continuation. You know, I think it's going to be really good. Yep, yep. Right? Is that Ryan at City? Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. There y'all go. Get the likes even. Let's even these likes. I guess it's no I could be this far behind, man. Anthony Thomas says, because they believe you a threat. It's possible. Who, me, little old me? What am I gonna do? Hit y'all with these truth bombs. Yeah. Marty Mars says you don't talk about ignorance. That's the problem. Yeah, man. Yeah. And the goal is to try to get the rest of us out of an ignorant mindset, all while trying to get myself out of one. Yeah. Ron Phelps says it's paid to play. You got to give the devil his due. There's always a middleman who magically appears. Sometimes he ain't the middleman. Sometimes he's just the man, just there. The puppet master. Yeah. Richie says, I always tell my brother that YouTube has to be affecting your channel. I saw a huge creator react to Future Shock and got 4,000 views when he gets dozens of thousands normally, but not with K-Rino. Yeah. Again, this is the case. Why me? I ain't nobody. Why y'all shadow banning me? Why y'all blocking me? Who am I, man? Umberto, what's going on? Ethan, what's going on? Official, is that official King Rev? Said things are happening here in Canada. Ryan says your music leads some to things that are just hard to accept. Man. Yep. Richie say, hit that like button, y'all. Jay Kesey says you need to get Rakim on the track. Dog Miss. What did I miss? Dog Miss said, what did he miss? We just chopping it up as usual. You know what it is, man. You might have missed the latest episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast, though, Dog Miss. I need you to go watch that, as well as everybody in here. I need y'all to come on this channel every day And I need y'all to watch the Underground Dialogue podcast every Wednesday. I did all that typing and wasn't even typing nothing. C. Ali says, how often do you read over the Supreme Mathematics? Hardly ever. Hardly ever, my brother. Appreciate that, y'all. Yep, it only costs one like to get in the club. Official King says solar flare's been wild, okay? They distracting us from a Carrington event. What are the solar flares doing to us? What they doing? Yeah. Ron says sometimes the tornado brings things together and forms beauty in its wake. Sometimes it causes destruction and destroys houses and kills people too. Conscious rap, cerebral, esoteric. I have to be familiar with Tabaruka. Nah, you say I'd be seriously surprised. Well, you got to be seriously surprised. I don't know who Mutabaruka is. V. C. Frazier, Southern intellectual, man. Scientific. These y'all describing my genre. Southern hip hop. Interdimensional too. Yeah. Joseph Tyson said just hip hop. I'll take it. Jordan King, uplifting. Man. Appreciate y'all, man. Fambo, knowledge rap. Carlton Banks, appreciate I can't take it no more. He said, all right, Globers, I'm out. Don't be a stranger, man. Come back and visit us. My globe will still be sitting back there. Don't be a stranger. We appreciate you coming through. Cedric says perspective rap. I like that too. Deep Elevation says, when you sit down to write, are you channeling something beyond yourself or is it more of a discipline you make? It's a combination of both because I think that all artists kind of come out of themselves sometime and you know, you're pulling from something higher and greater than yourself. I just believe that, especially when you really just hit on something that's just deep, you know, or really, really good. And then when you come down, it's like, I guess when people get high, when you come down, you're like, you can't believe all the crazy stuff you did when you was high or drunk. The same thing. You're like, man, I can't believe I wrote that, you know, so another good question. Marty Moore says, MC, come on, man. I'll take that. Grandly poetic. LW, we talked about that about a week or two ago. Yeah, you know that clown mispronounced my name. He might have did that on purpose. JD, what's up, JD? I see you got a show coming up. I see you're going to be out here doing your thing next week, JD. What day is that? I might have to come through and check you out. Is that Chazak Megan? I think you're a truth rapper. I'm trying to be, man. I got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work to do. Timbo Slice, I see you. Yeah. LW, I think that clown is probably doing that on purpose. All the weed smokers like the song Imagination, Dog Miss. I didn't plan that. Appreciate you, Fambo. Fred G, what's going on? Fred G Sanford. Walk in love. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just here to say I was wrong about the Rockets beating the Warriors. Yeah. I tried to tell you. Man, why you want to bring that up? I had kind of got over it. We never beat them. And we never will. We would never beat them. We would never beat them ever in life. No matter what year, no matter what team, no matter what players they have, they're going to always beat us, bro. There's no way that team was supposed to beat us. No way, man. No freaking way. But I knew when the brackets got set, when I saw the 2 seed, Rockets 7 seed, I said, oh, we going out the first round. We done. I knew it. Didn't know how it was going to happen, but I knew some way. Didn't matter if we got home court, traffic court. It didn't matter. I knew that team was going to beat us. You know why? Because they always do. It don't matter who. Okay, you know what, I'm done. Why would you want to just open up that womb for me? We're supposed to be walking in love. You're supposed to walk in love. Man. Black Sun Immortal says, have you ever heard of the 9 Circles cult? No, I haven't. Y'all be knowing about some stuff. I ain't never heard of none of this stuff. The 9 Circles cult. Gary says, what was your favorite time in hip hop? Or is it still now? It's all my favorite time. I'm enjoying all of it. But yeah, you have some favorite moments. Some of your best moments are some of the shows you do when you really, really, really have a great show. Traveling, seeing the world. Rap has taken me all over the world, which I probably wouldn't have traveled the world if I didn't rap. Some of my greatest favorite times, getting a chance to meet some of my favorite artists. You know, you gotta understand, man. I lived a dream, man. I rapped on stage with KRS-One, man. I got to freestyle back and forth with me and KRS, just me and him. For me, that's like ultimate. You couldn't have told me when I was 17 years old that would happen one day. So yeah, I've had some great moments. God has blessed me. Look, and right when I said that, Timbo says, will we ever get a teacher in Wizard Track? Can't say, man. You know I'm down. Uh-oh. OMBA. Come on, man. OMB, come on, man. Salute to you. Anybody who come on here and mention my podcast, salute. He said, great Tila interview. Come on, man. Thank y'all. If y'all haven't watched the Underground Dialogue podcast and the interview with Tila, please go watch it tonight. Thank you, man. We're trying to build our platform up. We're trying to build that podcast up. We want to be, I ain't saying we're going to be as big as some of the regular podcasts y'all like to watch, because we don't do that messy stuff. We're not going to be on there promoting no mess and all that crap, you know. So our thing may not be as popular. Peace is boring. Intellectual conversation and general just information, that's boring. If we ain't on there talking about stupid stuff, it's hard to get views. It's just gonna have to be hard to get views, man, because we're not gonna go down that hole. Appreciate you, man. Timmy Hendrix is in the building. No, man, it's open topic. Ain't nothing off topic. On open topic, it's open. It says, I know this is a bit off topic, maybe, but do you feel like we are destined to live a life, no matter how hard we want to change it, we can't because that was our predetermined life made to shift the world? I believe that we do have a degree of control. We do. We absolutely do. Now, after the fact, somebody can say, well, hey man, that's what was meant to happen happened. I would say what happened, and it's easy to say some things were meant once they happen. I do believe that the creator has certain things planned, certain plans, and certain things and there are things that are set in stone for us. But I also believe we got wiggle room and working room, because one thing that we were taught a long time ago for all those of us who believe in a creator and a God is that he gave man free will. So if you say God gave man free will, then that means you have the ability to choose to do whatever it is you want to do, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, or somewhere in between. So if I get up tomorrow and say, man, I'm tired of being broke, I'm going to go rob me a bank, I can be sitting here chilling, contemplating, should I rob the bank? And what if I get caught? What if I don't get caught? And I'm in a position where I can make that decision. Now, some people would argue and say, well, if you made the decision to go rob the bank, then you were destined. That's what you create your destiny. You form and shape and mold your destiny. You carve out your path. So if you chose to rob the bank, that was on you. You don't think that you have options in your life, things that are not necessarily connected to predestination? If you wanted to walk outside right now, just find you somewhere where there's traffic passing and get hit by a car, you could do it if you wanted to do it. There are people who commit suicide and somebody gonna say, well, it was his time. Was it? Was it really his time, or did he bring about his own demise? He made a decision. Now, do I believe that God's hand intervenes sometimes? Yes, I do believe that. Do I believe that he knows all? Of course. But trust and believe we got more control than some people might think. That's another good question. Ron Phelps says, just remember that one time I referenced Good Cop. That's one of my songs, y'all. On the Gavin McInnes show. Who's Gavin McInnes? And he played it on the air. He had ex-cops on the show who dug that track. Well, I'm glad they like that track. That might be the only Good Cop song I ever made. The rest of them are like, ooh. They might not be too fond of some of my other cop-related songs. But I made that song for that very reason. I made that song to make it understood that we understand that there are a lot of good police officers out here who ain't doing all that crazy stuff. So we acknowledge them and we appreciate them. We appreciate and respect those. It don't excuse the terrible ones. Fambo, well, I don't do part twos to albums. Probably won't be a part two, especially of an album from way back like that. Landon, you trying to get the books? Send me an email, Landon. Website ain't up, but I'll send you some Cash App info. Abraham Rayner, what's going on? God's dummy, I'm gonna take care of that Tuesday. Black Sun Immortal says, have you ever heard of Brother Panic? Something tells me you would appreciate his perspective. Is he a rapper? Brother Panic is a rapper? Black Sun? Bill Silas says, why did you write the song Tower of Sadness? It's a very insightful song into the mind state of the abused. Yeah, and depression. It was more so about depression, to try to help people who suffer depression. Yeah, they tossing around Kevin Durant. They tossing around Giannis, Walking Love. I mean, I'll take either one. If I had to pick, I would take Giannis, but we got to get better shooting. We got to get a score that can bring us home. We need a go-to score. But if you pick up a player like that, the question always is, what are we going to have to give up? You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm coming to Denver in July, Deeper Elevation. Keep running. Blacktastic. I see you, Blacktastic. Is that Stephen Alans? Appreciate the love, Stephen. What's your favorite song you've done? You got to give me a category because I'm all over the place, man. So I got lyrical, I got story tracks, I got conscious tracks, I got reality stuff. You got to give me a category, and I still may not know the answer. Click the like button if y'all just coming in. We try to at least get to 100 likes in our small little community. Is that, I'm just going to spell it, AIWJROG. I believe God allows us to be subjected to certain things for his will in the grand scheme of things, and our suffering helps us. I agree. Yeah, totally agree. Appreciate the love, Carlton Bizanks. Lou Hybrid. How do we have free will if he created us the way we are? Because we had no control over our creation. But once we were created, he gave us the choice to choose him or to not. So we're created the way we are, but by him. See, that's like a baby. That's two people conceiving a baby. It's like if you sit down with your wife, or wife sits down with her and say, I think we're ready to have a child. The child's not even born yet. The child's not even conceived yet. Child doesn't exist. But once the child gets here, then you can start saying, well, maybe I want to train him to be a basketball player. Maybe I want to do this, maybe I want to do that. But in him through God is a will of his own. That comes after creation, in my opinion. EDJ, what's going on? All right. Who is Jamal Roberts? Man, I don't be knowing. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't be knowing a lot of these people, man. You say, what's my opinion on Jamal Roberts? I don't know, Carlton. Wait a minute. He cast a rhyme so asinine. I blasted his anatomical mass, and the particles spread too vast to find. Who said that? Come on, man. Wow. When I read that line, I was reading it again. I'm gonna tell you why. Sometimes when I read lines like that, I'll be like, because as I was reading that line, what was going through my head was a different way I could have wrote it. It's already recorded out, but I'm reading. I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. I should have said. I'm thinking in my mind of a different way I should have said that. Man, much love, Ryan. I appreciate that. We all are timeless beings. Joseph says the Rockets are still smoking on. No, we ain't. We at home, man. We went out in the first round, man. I appreciate the love and the optimism, but reality is reality, man. We got beaten the first round and we was the number 2 seed in the whole conference. You shouldn't go home in the first round if you're the 2 seed. You shouldn't lose to a 7 seed. Now I know that the West is more balanced than that. A 7 ain't really a real 7. It's like an 8 ain't really a real 8. But come on, man. Then you get game 7 at home. Come on, man. Come on, man. And it's not a INF. It's not a curse with the Rock. It's a curse with the against the Warriors. If we'd play anybody else in the first round, we'd have beat them. It just doesn't matter, man. Whatever combination, we've been losing them for 10 years, man. We're never gonna beat them. If we let the Rockets could finish next year, the Rockets could be. They play 82 games in the season, right? The Rockets could finish next season 80-2 for the whole season. They could go 80 wins, 2 losses the whole season, had a number 1 seed. The Warriors could be the 8th seed, and they would beat the Rockets in the first round. See, now LW trying to be funny. The Rockets need a franchise player like Ben Simmons. Look, when James Harden was still with the Rockets, part of the rumor was that he was going to be the guy that they traded James Harden to get. He was going to be the one that they get. And I was like, man, bring Ben Simmons down here. Whoo, whoa, we'll still be in the lottery. Azazel, what's going on? Old Charlie, I see you, man. Old Charlie said, all your songs I've heard are deadly. Not sure. Oh, man, I appreciate that. Deadly in a good way. We need 15 more likes. Can we get to 100 likes, man? Can we get to 100 likes? Oh, let me know. Black Sun. No, I'm not versed at all in occult knowledge. Yeah. Set for war because I'm better than before. Plus, I'm the human in the room that all the elephants ignore. Come on, L. Man. All right, let me see. I guess I'm caught up. Let me see. I guess we caught up. Are we caught up? Did we catch up? I think so. Nah, we didn't catch up. Username says, what are we going to do to get your music heard? I don't know. I have no idea. I've run out of ideas. Y'all just keep on playing me. Gangstalking Jamaican boy. Want you to make a song about gangstalking. Man. Y'all finna get mad at me. Gangstalking comes up at least once a month in my chats. on my live stream. At least once a month, somebody brings up Gangstalking. And I still don't know what it means. Now, I said this a while back. One time somebody explained it in a way that I was like, okay, but I forgot what they said. So I still don't know what gang stalking is. And I think what threw me off was that the one night when people was really talking about it a lot, everybody was giving me different answers of what it meant. So I was like, all of y'all are giving me different meanings. So I still don't know what it means. So I can't make a song about it because I truly don't know what it means. And I forgot when I did get a definition that I had accepted. Joseph, do I have any relatives in Georgia? Not that I know of. Yeah. We need 11 more likes. Can we do it? Is that Lucci? Lucci? I know one of those are right. Humility is a virtue. Mystical death of the I, me, and myself is the second factory of the awakening. Shout out to my big brother, Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad, who always says, and I know I'm going to say this wrong, but he says we have to subordinate I, me, and mine and replace it with us, we, and ours. We got to think for the collective, not just the individual. We need 10 more likes, y'all. This is open topic. You got a question, drop it. Darkologist, what's the song you think that you put most emotion in? There's a few that come to mind. I got a song called Nobody. I got a song called What I Gotta Do. There got to be a few more, but those two come to mind. Yeah. Truth He says, do you believe in a rapture? Yeah, but not in the way that is traditionally interpreted. Is that Fade to Dead? Horror Tech Ninja. Bulgaria is in the building. Can you name your top 5 rappers people shouldn't want to beef with in rap? Mainstream or underground? You mean beef with in terms of you don't want to mess with them as a rapper, or you don't want to mess with them as a slapper? You gotta let me know. Do you think you would battle today? Yeah. If I battled today, man, it would be strictly about money. It would be for the money. It would be a paycheck put in my face that I just couldn't refuse. I'd be like, oh yeah, we getting ready to do this. Outside of that, I don't have it in my heart like I used to. I don't hate nobody. I'm not mad at nobody. I don't, you know. My battle raps now are more if I'm going in on the establishment. That's my version of a battle rap in today's rap. But yeah, but I know me. If somebody put a number in front of me that I couldn't refuse, then yeah. Hold on now, Fambo. You had me. We ain't coming off of Ben Thompson. That would defeat the purpose. Amen Thompson ain't touchable. So he wouldn't be in a Giannis package. Jalen Green, I like Jalen Green, but I think that yeah, he would be the main piece in the trade package. Yeah, I see Dylan Brooks maybe being that, but they gonna come after our younger players too, like Cam Whitmore. Man Thompson ain't going nowhere. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Okay. Fade to dead. Two sides to the story. Man, come on. Is that RO11T? I see you. Yeah, man, I'm a sci-fi nerd. To the limit, to the wall. Darkologist. The Darkologist says, do you think you ever reached your peak lyrical wise? Or do you think you will surpass what you have I always know I'm going to surpass what I've written. I don't think I reached my peak. I think that in writing and rap, you peak. You hit peaks, then you may level off, then you may level off a little, then you spike back up, then you may dip down for a second. But the dip is never it's if you spike up a little, like, oh yeah, I'm really in the zone, you might hit by right here, just level. But I don't never fall off. Uh-uh. Once I got on the rides, once I got on the ride, I didn't want to get off the ride. I'm the little child that don't want to get off the ride. Yep. Mind-boggling music. What's going on? You taught me how to be super creative with music and how to take it to the stratosphere. Man, come on, mind-boggling. Man, that means a lot, man. God is great. If I can inspire that in you or anybody, man, that means the world to me, man. Because somebody did that for me. I had people like Run DMC and KRS-One and Tita Rock and Rakim and LL and Big Daddy Kane and people like that opened my mind up to, oh wow, I can go further. So man, I appreciate being able to do that for you, bro. Yeah. L, I appreciate the donation. L, I appreciate the love and the super chat. Thank you so much, man, for the blessing out of your hard-earned money, man. Thank you so much, my brother. If I ever need to be briefed on some of my own lyrics, I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit Alyssa, people who know my stuff better than me. Marty Mars said, next time I see you, I'm going to tell you my story. You'll clearly understand. Okay, all right. Yeah. I need it from a fellow dead end citizen that can speak dead endism. That's a language. See, me and Marty, we speak dead end. We know the language. So he can speak it to me in dead end terms, in South Park terms, and I'll know exactly what it means. That way I'll never forget. Yeah. Kevin Robinson Jr. See, Kevin say he just got his notification. Can't control it. YouTube be on one, man. Truth says, how far do you think we are from Armageddon? We are really close. According to what I believe and what I'm taught, according to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings, Mr. Farrakhan, we're very close. If not already in it. I don't know. I gotta tighten up my backstroke. Steven says, got a freestyle in that tonight. Nah, probably not. Been a long day, man. Been a long day, man. I just want to know. Yeah, come on, guys. Done. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of my emotional songs, man. I got some. And probably my song, man, with my homie, with the song. You know, I'm glad y'all asked now because I just thought about that, man. My homie AC Chill, I made a dedication song about him when he passed away. And today, well, yesterday, the 30th, was his birthday. So that's crazy. And it's the same day we had a funeral for my brother X-Man E when I Southpaw Coalition member. So yeah, those dedication songs like that, those some emotional ones too. Temple of Bars wants an interview with you guys. Let's do it, man. You know, man, like, hey, man, ain't nothing but love. All they got to do is reach out, Chris. Send them my email. Are you part of Temple of Bars? Or you connected to them? That's my email address. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just throw K-Rino tracks in on shuffle. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah. Yeah, INF. We got a Valley establishment, man. Ryan says, love is the message I get from your music. Kevin Robinson, man. If I ain't got but one listener, one watcher of the podcast, Kevin Robinson gonna be on that bad. But Kevin, Vincent, Connie, a few others be on there. Everybody don't always comment. But Kevin, man, be holding it down. I appreciate that. Great interview with Tila. Dollar Bill. Hey, let me tell y'all what Dollar Bill been doing lately, man. Martial arts experiment is in the building. Let me tell you what Dollar Bill been doing, man. This dude, he always tricks me. He normally sends me tracks that he know I'm in love, but he been doing these remakes lately. Ooh, we finna cook up something with these remakes, old school R&B remakes, and we finna do something. We're gonna make a project. It's gonna be different from the average K-Rino project. So y'all gotta bear with me, man. I don't have to just be all in the stratosphere every time. We're gonna do these remake beats and we're gonna have some fun on it, man. So I don't need y'all judging us, man. True says love from Detroit. Am I gonna see you on the 19th, True? I'll be performing in Detroit on the 19th. Am I gonna see you? Am I gonna get a chance to shake your hand? You coming to the show? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna break it down to you right now. There it is. We'll be at the Fillmore. Darkologist says, is there any topic or style of song you made but not fully satisfied yet? Or you know more in that certain topic? Yeah, that's what I was saying about the Flat Earth Globe song. Like if I listen to that song now and it got a lot of love then when I drop it, but I know so much more now. If I made that song now, it would be way better than when I first made it. It would be way better. Way, 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 way better. Now, would I do that? Probably not. Yep. Hold on. Let me see where am I at. Okay. There we go. The Real Bless. What's going on? Hold on, Chris. Man, you go away. You pulling things out of the depths of the Mariana Trench. Say, do I remember the freestyle I did for Don Sam? No, I don't. Shout out to Don Sam, the legend, though. I remember doing something with Don Sam, but I don't remember nothing I said. Yeah. Okay, you mean just rappers? Um, it's hard for me to answer that question because it's so many dimensions to it. Like people would say, man, one rapper you don't ever want to beef with is 50 Cent. But it's not because him battle rapping you. 50 gonna do some internet trolling types. 50 gonna take your baby mama shopping, which gonna hurt you way more than a verse. So he would be one. He's like, oh, don't mess with 50. Now I know back in the days, you know, it's like, hey man, even to this day, it's like, hey man, don't mess with KRS-One, man. He was KRS-One was ending careers, you know. It's like I don't play with Chris like that. So it just depends on, you know, how it's structured. But the other side to that is that even if there's a rapper that you may think, hey man, don't nobody want to mess with him. What I know about life and what I know about the evolution of skill and talent and individuals that God creates and God builds on his creation, man, just because there may be a person that everybody thinks that you don't want to mess with him and he may have been untouchable, somebody can come along tomorrow and tear his head off. And everybody be like, oh, man, shock the world. You know, did nobody think Buster Douglas was going to beat Mike Tyson? So it's hard to say. Yeah. Vincent says, every time I hear how to be an MC, I always laugh. Hold up, Joseph. Joseph said he was just playing Tila Rock the other night. Boy, they don't know about Tila Rock. They do not know about Tila Rock, man. Man. Come on, man. Which song was you playing? What song was you playing the other night, Joseph? What Tila Rock song was you playing? Man. Flowers. Flowers is the emotional song, too. Yeah. Now, always remember, Timmy, money is not the root of all evil. It said the love of money is the root of all evil. All good, Chris P. Let's make it happen. That's right, Ryan. We don't bother nobody. But please don't bother us. My last. Yep, that's another one username. Steven, you like that flawed technology? Man, nothing but love. The love of money. That's right. You got a Tila Rock vinyl for me? Man, yeah, I want it. I want it, Marty. Speaking of three gods, old Charlie, if you tune into the Underground Dialogue podcast next Wednesday, you will see the man who you hear talking on three gods, Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad, formerly Robert Muhammad. He'll be our guest on the Underground Dialogue podcast. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Timbo Slice says everybody's eventually losing their fur. Yeah, Buster Douglas had just lost his mama. He didn't fear nothing that night. Now, I will say this. Starts a mess. If you go back and watch that fight, the count was kind of long. Mike Tyson knocked Buster Douglas down in the 8th round, I think. And if the ref counted properly, it would have been a knockout. It was a long count. And I've studied it many times. I've paused the video from the time Buster Douglas hit the ground and let it play, and it went beyond 10 seconds. The ref was, it was a slow count. He shouldn't have beat the count. So in that regard, the ref counts a little faster, Mike Tyson wins. But that's neither here nor there because that ain't how it happened. 2 rounds later, he knocks Mike Tyson out. No count necessary. Systematically destroying Tila Rock imitators have become so annoying. I turn on my radio, which I keep on the shelf. Every station I turn to, I keep hearing myself. I hear myself on records I never made. I'm not dumb. My mind is sharper than the butcher's blade. Woo-hoo, boy, Tila Rock, man. Tila Rock was hard, man. Is hard. I explode like a bomb. I get so I just like when he do that little. He said something like this. And rappers who persist, I explode like a bomb. I get so pissed I can't take it no more. I try myself to implore, now it's time for Tila Rock to even the score. Score. Man, y'all don't know about that. Hard rapping, funky beats, step scratching, no gimmicks. Put your ear to the speaker and bust these lyrics. Lyrics. Come on, man. Y'all got me messed up on Tila Rock. I sure would love to interview Tila Rock. You say, what's the XP about? What's the XP? What is XP? Phantom Face? XP. Dead TV. We need another Ro and K-Rino collab. Yeah, it's been a while since me and Ro did something. Yeah. We got Immortal Technique collab. Tampa Guy 19. What's going on? Tampa Guy, come on. You could be the 100 like. Click the like. Click that thumbs up, Tampa Guy. You're just coming in. We're sitting on 99. Yeah. That is. Somebody hit it. Might have been Tampa. Might have been him. Somebody put us at that 100. Yeah, anybody go watch the Buster Douglas Mike Tyson fight and pause the video right when Buster Douglas hits the ground and then start it up and just let the seconds play on the video. If it's real actual seconds, he didn't beat the count. But the ref counts their seconds at their own discretion. So the ref may go 1, 2, 3, or he may go 1, 2, 3. So it's really a second and a half per second. Or he may do a fast count. 1, 2, 3. You know, it just depends on the ref. It depends on the ref, man. Shout out to my brother Chino XL, man. Love that brother. Well, you know, not necessarily on rap songs walking down. I don't really play around with other rappers like that. You know, like we talked about the 5 on the track, you know, that was as a request from my big brother for a purpose of the economic blueprint. But I really don't mess with other rapper stuff like that. Fred G say, have you noticed there are a lot of dialysis centers being built? No, I haven't noticed that, but I'm gonna pay attention now. You know, diabetes is like running rampant, especially in the black community. Diabetes is like crazy, man. So yeah, I can see a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are on dialysis. Yeah. Timmy says any boxer that avoids fights to stay on top or uses money to stay on top is garbage. I agree. Yeah. They did him greasy like how Mario did the boxers on Mike Tyson Punch Out. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah, if they building dialysis centers, that means people are getting sick. And most likely it's usually diabetes, a bunch of diabetics. Jason Brody, what's going on, man? Oh man, much love to Big Task, man. Condolences to him and the loss of his mother, man. Please let him know that I send my condolences, man. Jimmy said his son has type 1 diabetes. But let me tell y'all this, man. You know, Jimmy in particular, you can reverse it, man. It's not a life sentence to have to suffer. Got to put him on the right regimen. Get this book, Jimmy. Get this book. How to Eat to Live. You can reverse that. And people be eating deep fried butter. You can reverse type 2. Make no mistake about it. You can send all that into remission. Make no mistake about it. If you help the body out with eating habits and changing of the eating habits, the body will do the rest. Richie says, I'm looking into reversing autism for my son. I have, been researching it heavily. Yeah, I agree. I can't say it, but that last line you said, that's absolutely right, man. Especially if he was fine before that. I always ask people that. How was he before that? Oh, he was fine. Yeah, man. Chris P, listen to me. You can reverse any condition, outside of something that's so far gone. And even that, those are just things we don't have knowledge of. Diet has a strong percentage of amount to do with how the body repairs itself. There are things that you can add and there are things that you can take away that will absolutely help you in those situations. And the body does heal itself, but you got to help it. Fasting is a way to heal as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. What up? Much love from Vegas. I ain't saying your name. You already know the drill. Yeah. Yes, sir. I appreciate the love, Chris. I ain't saying the name. I'd say Ben. What up, Ben? Who is that on the track with you ups and downs with you? Does that come from another track or something? No, that was my homie. That was my homie Bang. Mo Bang Media, my brother. Yeah. Shout out to my homie Bang. That's who that was on that with me. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Y'all got any more questions before we shut it down? La Mamba Negra. La Mamba Negra says, "Doing Bad has helped me through so much. It is one of the greatest hip hop songs ever." Man, that's saying a lot. Man, God bless you, La Mamba. That's why I made the song "Doing Bad," "Holla at Me," songs like that, and just to kind of bring awareness, uplift. Ben says, "Are you going to do another flow session in some form?" May not be named that, but yeah, it'll be in that same vein, punchlines and stuff like that. Yeah. Dead TV says, "I've been listening to The Man in the Mirror heavy past week." You been listening to Michael Jackson? I'm starting with The Man in the Mirror. Ain't nothing wrong listening to Mike. No message. How can I get an art piece to you? Hit my email up. We'll coordinate it. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Chris P says, "Not naming names, but some rappers of my generation, early 80s, have been dismissive of the Houston Pioneers." Yeah, well, that's carryover from like that back in the day, the East Coast. They just didn't want to give us respect for whatever reason. But you can't deny the legacies that have already been set. So, if they dismissive, then ain't nothing nobody can do about it. But it don't change what is and what was and what will be. Yeah, man, come on with it, Richie. Umberto King says, "How hard was it to take on two personalities and duality?" It wasn't hard at all. That's one of my favorite songs, man. Wasn't hard at all. You're gonna mess your head up soon too. Yeah. No message could have been any clearer. What up, Jared? You mean the man in the mask? I thought you were talking about Michael Jackson. What up, Xavier? I see you. Man, ain't no R&B for me. Yeah, man, I rock with MJ. You know MJ, Prince, Stevie Wonder, Sam Cooke, OJ, Sade, Ozzy Brothers. Goes on and on. Yeah, yeah. Make the change. Have I seen any new movies recently? Yeah, I watch a lot of movies at the house, and I never was a movie person. I've been getting more into movies in the last few years. Garble Doze, love your song "He Say She Say," where you use sample from one of the most underrated '80s martial arts flicks. Oh man, thank you, Garble Doze. I appreciate the love and the ear. That's right, Vincent Prince. EDJ, what was your question? Somebody always accused me of dodging the question. If I don't see it, that don't mean I dodged it. What was the question? Let's see if I really will dodge it. What's the question, EDJ? I don't want you to think I'm dodging. I did not see it. The Murder Fiend. I saw what you said about Kanye West on the UDP, and I agree. Keep that in pride. Yeah, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think we can heal without a big reveal. Now, I can say that sometimes, depending on the situation, people will publicly tell their story because they're thinking about somebody who may be going through similar, and maybe them being brave enough to speak on it and get that testimony may help somebody else. I understand that side of it too, but that better be what it is, you know, because we live in a time frame where, man, everybody does stuff for attention and for views and for promotion and marketing, and just, you know, it's certain things that just should be left unsaid, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. K2 off the record. See, I didn't see this question, EDJ. You say, why do you believe Babylon the Great in the book of Revelations is America? Because of how it's described. When Babylon, when the mystery Babylon, now keep in mind it says a mystery Babylon. It doesn't call America by name, but it says a mystery Babylon. And when you hear how it's described from everything as a great whore, uh, fornicated with all the nations. Um, so when you read all of the ways that Babylon is described, we know it's not ancient Babylon because they wouldn't put the word mystery in front of it. America falls into those descriptions. And if we know we living in the last days, and Revelations is at the end of the book, then you have to specify, okay, well, what nation could it be? Don't sound like nothing that's going on in Africa. Don't sound like nothing that's going on in Canada. Don't sound like nothing that's going on in South America. America fits the description. Where the eagles are gathered is where you'll find the carcass. And we know that the symbol of America is the eagle, the bald eagle. So it's a lot of things that tie in to it where you say, okay, now this is America. Nothing on the radar for Australia. Never know, never can tell. Yeah. Rolling down Calhoun, me and Murder One about to pick up a guy. Oh my God. You know what side we was talking about. Boy, to be young and rapping crazy. Where the Game Boys at? Ain't heard them since I was a kid. Well, one of them is in prison, and the other one is doing really well. I saw him a few months ago. Matter of fact, I need to call him. That's my homie. How do you know it's talking about a nation? What was Babylon? What was ancient Babylon? Was ancient Babylon not a nation? So if it's being called a mystery Babylon, using the word Babylon, it's comparing a former Babylon to a current, or at that time, a prophetic mystery Babylon. So it's one nation to another using that name. So that's why I say it's talking about a nation. It's not like Sodom and Gomorrah, even though there is a comparison based on the activities, but Sodom and Gomorrah were cities. So it's a difference. Michael says, why in America they call them states, and in every other continent they call them countries? I mean, I think it's more just based on terminology that's used by whatever nation you're in, you know. That's like in Texas, we call certain areas counties. In Louisiana, they'll call it a parish. So it's just terminologies. It's just different terminologies. Richard says this is the only portion of the timeline that is matched with prophecy. No other time period can be compared to this. And it's more than just Babylon. Like I say, it says as it was in the time of Noah, so shall it be. In this time, Noah, you know what happened to Noah as far as just not necessarily a flood, but the destruction. You know, Babylon, ancient Egypt, Rome, all those great nations that fell. What will make America any different, especially when America is worse than all of them combined? They didn't have access to the things that we have in this present day and time. They couldn't go on a porn site and look at porn and child pornography, and there's nothing that matches what America does. They weren't spraying no chemtrails. No planes were flying above 5,000 years ago spraying chemtrails and poisoning food and water supplies in mass amounts, and too much, man. It's the worst nation that ever existed. Did you know or do any business with Keith Babin? Man, look, I grew up around Keith Babin. Keith Babin was one of my heroes growing up. Straight up. Because Keith Babin was in my neighborhood. He was the big homie in our neighborhood. And he was that brother. I hung in a circle of homies, you know. I was blessed to see one of them today. But I hung out in a circle of guys that when I first moved into the neighborhood, they introduced me to Keith Babin, like they told me who he was. And anytime it was a problem, they had any problem, I would hear them say, well, man, I'll call Keith Babin. And if they actually called him, when he came around, somebody was getting knocked out. This is a fact. So I saw Keith Babin in his heyday, and I watched him, you know, and I was quiet. I was young and quiet because I didn't know him, but my homies was tight with him. So I didn't say much. I just used to be around him, like, and when he'd come around and I seen how he moved, I was like, man, this dude is. Then later on, years later, now we all rapping. And I see this group come out called Street Military. And they was on this label, and they was the executive producer was Keith Babin. I was like, man, Keith Babin putting out rap records now? Same Keith Babin. So, you know, that was the dude. That was the OG. He was one of the ultimate OGs in South Park, where I grew up at. I was around Keith Babin a lot when I was young, you know. And just like I say, I was young and quiet and staying out the way, but I saw him in action. I saw him in action. Bro, I grew up in a dead end, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of these dudes, man, I saw these dudes, man. In some cases, I was around these dudes, but they was a little older than me. And I knew my place. I ain't do all that talking. I didn't talk out of turn. But that's my dog now. You know what I'm saying? Keith Babin is respected OG. Still is. Kevin said, I like to hear you and RZA, and you and Jizza, my bad, on a song together. Yeah, man. You know me, man. I'll pretty much rap with anybody. Yeah, Massini Choice, I see you. EDJ says, but is it also harlot? Well, it's metaphorical when America is referred to as the great whore, because it's getting down with all these different things, but in a nasty way. So the term America could be referred to as a harlot, but America is the great whore who got gang banged by all the nations, or going around banging all the nations. Because if you look at the one country that exists on the planet that always got its nose in everybody else's business, always got a say so in every country's affairs, always wanting to impose their will and authority on everybody else. Strong arming, bullying, stealing, robbing, lying, raping, pillaging, killing. It's America. No country fits the description. And when you travel outside of America and you see how other nations really view America, see, you have insulated media over here. So we're going to only get what we get because it's in-house. So America will be painted as this glorious, great country, and it is a great nation. But great and good don't always mean the same thing. Uh-oh. Hold on. Too far down. It says Africa's tectonic plates are doing weird things. Really? Jeff Wick. Man, what's going on with the Maven tonight? Man, the Maven has been coming up all night. What's going on? Why y'all talking about the Maven so much? I got to go listen to the Maven when I get off here. The Maven has been coming up all night long by different people. Somebody asking me something about the Maven. So you saying you should put the Maven on Spotify? The Maven ain't on Spotify? I thought it was already on there. I thought I was already making my piece of a penny. So you telling me I'm not making my 1/1000th of a penny? But why y'all mentioning the Maven so much tonight? I got to go into it now. I got to go check and see what's going on in the universe. Let me stop saying that, folks. Somebody read too far into it. Yeah. All I got to say is that they don't really care about us. Yeah, it's been coming up all night, man. It's weird. Tipville. What up, Tip? Shout out to my homie Tipville, USA, man, doing good things on this grind. Young hustler, young mover, young shaker. Tip, you still got the podcast? You still doing the podcast? T10, I see you. Timmy says, so what is the United Nations? What do you mean, what is the United Nations? What it was supposed to be were just all of the nations in this one organized body that was supposed to just regulate in terms of keeping the people, keeping certain countries from getting too far with a collective governing body, checking and balancing everything. But you know, sometimes it don't always go like that. If you could rap with one person still alive and dead, who would you rap with? Still alive? Man, I don't give a one. I don't give a one. Either KRS-One or Tila Rock. I guess technically I rapped with KRS-One already. But yeah, probably Tila Rock. Yeah. I turn on my radio, which I keep on the shelf. Every station I turn to, I keep hearing myself. I hear myself on records I never made. I'm not dumb. My mind is sharper than the blade. Top Secret Truth TV, Free Pharaoh. Yes, sir. Brother named Mark Babin that used to play basketball too. Well, he used to play basketball. I don't know if he was like a basketball player, but I just remember from playing basketball. I mean, like I say, I didn't see Keith after a while. You know, once I moved from down in the dead end, you know, I didn't see Keith for a while. Like I say, he surfaced years later as executive producer with Street Military. I was already doing stuff with my dad, you know, at the time. Me and my dad had a record label, so it wasn't like I was around him a lot to when I started really getting into the rap heavy to where we just naturally would come together. It wasn't like that. I'm a lyrical king, rapper analyst, superior poet Shakespeare with a twist. Okay, Tip say appreciate that. I still haven't did one in a minute because I'm focused on my act. Okay, everybody get into the acting game. Come on, man. Clever and bright, bound to excite. What up, Ben? What up, Ben's baby? Destined to enlighten, bringing you insight, updating rappers, educating all my intent to prevent any chance of downfall. To prolong, keep rap strong, continue to create fresh new songs at parties I'll sing to the speakers you'll cling as you listen to the lyrics of the lyrical king. I'm the lyrical king. I know you don't keep up much with new current stuff, but what do you think about Kendrick's Super Bowl performance? I saw it. Sylvaski Productions. It was good. It was good. I mean, people had different opinions on it. You know, I know everybody that watch a big show like that, devil worship stuff, and you know, I mean, people had different opinions on it. Some people were breaking it down like they really knew every detail of what everything meant and all that. I don't go that deep into it, man, but it was good. I mean, I caught a couple of the little disses, slugs in there, you know, but yeah. Jeff Wick, I'm a Muslim. I definitely believe in God. Yeah. I explode like a bomb. I get so pissed I can't take it no more. I try my best to implore. Now it's time for Tila Rock to even the score. I'm gonna be saying that all night now. Y'all done got me started. Chris P, I never saw Johnny Guitar Watson live. When Johnny Guitar Watson was really doing this thing, I was a little boy. I never got to see. I never saw Johnny Guitar, but I mean, of course, he was still around by the time I was grown. But No, I never saw Johnny Guitar Watson. Bow, 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 bow. Do I like any metal music? I don't think I can't remember any. I've heard some of Kendrick stuff, Sylvester. Yeah, Kendrick is dope, nah. People don't get it twisted. Kendrick is dope. Kendrick is the biggest rapper out right now. I'm the lyrical king. Jeff Wick, I got some stuff coming up out of town, man. I'll be in Detroit next month. Denver the month after that. Louisiana. I'll be in Michigan, Colorado, Louisiana. We got some stuff coming up. We got some stuff coming up. Put your ears to the speakers and bust these lyrics. Chris P says, speaking of Islam, I'm not Muslim, but I see the NOI brothers in their 60s looking 30. I spoke with one brother that was in his early 50s, and he looked younger than me in my early 40s. Let me do it again. Let me show you why. That's it. The reason why you see people in the Nation of Islam, like you said, being in their 60s, 50s, and they look 20, 30 years younger than what they really are, because of this book. Practicing what's in the book. Eating one meal a day, not 3, like they taught us. You're not supposed to eat 3 meals a day. You eat 1 time a day. And some of those brothers and sisters, they become so disciplined, they eat once every other day. And if you really on your note, you eat once every 3 days. So, as it says in the book, basically less is more. If you eat 1 meal a day, it gives your body time to flush out all the toxins that you consume during that one day, that 1 meal. You give your body time to clear out. If you eat too much, it can't. If you master eating once every 48 hours, oh, now you're really clearing out. It talks about fasting in that book. All this intermittent fasting and all the fasting stuff that they talking about now that's trendy. This man been talking about it, been on it. They just steal little pieces of it and try to act like they came up with it. But this man been on it. Fasting. Because there's so much negative crap that we eat, so much bad stuff, you got to let your body clear that stuff out. And when we eat bad, it reflects in your skin. It ages you. We don't like to drink water. We drink alcohol. We smoke cigarettes, smoke weed. We do all these different. We eat pig. We eat all this different crap. You're going to age. It's going to age you. So when you see brothers in the Nation of Islam, sisters in the Nation of Islam, they ain't doing all that. And the skin has a glow to it. It's like, man, it's something different. When you look at them, you see it in their face. It's a glow about them. They ain't putting all that crap now. And we live in America, so you really can't avoid crap. Even when you're trying to do right, they messing with the right food. but you do the best you can, and you fast, you pray, you lock in with the Creator, you work out, you exercise in some form or fashion, and you look younger. You age backwards, or you stop the aging process to a degree. So, like you said, you'll see somebody that's 70. Look at Minister Farrakhan. You could pull up speeches from Minister Farrakhan on YouTube, and you'd be like, man, the minister was 68 years old on that speech. But he looked like he in his late 30s or 40s. You see him now, you look at his face right now, you see how smooth and beautiful his skin is. Right now, Mr. Farrakhan, 92 years old. You don't get but one of these. And like I said a while back, we can't see our internal organs. I can look into my own eyes. I can see my nose. I can see my skin. I can't see my liver. Can't see my kidneys. Can't see my lungs. So I'm smoking. Meanwhile, my lungs are just, I'm drinking. Meanwhile, my liver is just tearing your liver up. But I feel good though. I'm high. I'm drunk. I ain't judging nobody. Cause I still eat way too many sweets. And we know what sugar is. But you better balance it off. You only get one. So all you got to do is live long enough to go to a class reunion where you see a gathering of all the people you may have went to school with, and you like, ooh, 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 I used to love her. Wow. Wow, look at him. And the younger you figure it out, the better you'll be. I'm not the picture of perfection. I don't practice it perfectly, not even close. But I was blessed enough to have sense enough to stop eating meat in my 20s. I still ate meat, man. Still ate pork, chicken, fried chicken, and bacon, and all that crap, man. I ain't saying I'm no beautiful dude. I'm not, but I'm just saying I would probably be a lot worse off. Sometimes it ain't what you do, it's what you don't do. Yeah. Connie says fasting was how I stopped smoking cigarettes and stopped drinking alcohol. They say it takes 21 days to break a habit. But the problem is we don't have no discipline. We don't have no discipline. And no, this is not alcohol. Take 21 days to break a habit. But the bigger problem is we don't want to break the habit. We like to get high. We like to get drunk. So you young, and so it's okay. It's cool now. It's cool now. But meanwhile, your lungs and your liver is like, please, I know you can't see me. You're destroying me. I don't care. You will one day. You mean the SPC discography? What is a favorite album? I would guess would be something from Gangster. That is, Nip's first album is one of my favorite, if not my favorite SPC album. That's a good, yeah, that's probably right. Point Blank, Mad at the World, definitely in that category. Yeah. Is that Arc Gamecast? Been bumping Grand Deception for decades. Man, much love to you. Arc, is that Arky? Appreciate you. Appreciate the love. Yeah. Appreciate the love, Jason. Joseph says, hey there, bad news. I got out of Cali and was stuck with a needle and sexually assaulted, drugged. I left my car doors open in Coachella and a gang did this to me. What the heck? Man, Joseph, you got to be more careful, brother. What? How you doing, Gracie Rose? Gracie Rose. Man, Joseph. In certain situations, man, you can't let yourself get in if you have any control over it. No, I Point Blank never took me to Chicago, but I've been to Chicago a few times. Pantera, Icertis, respect for Albania, respect. Okay. Dead TV say almost everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. Everybody talking about heaven ain't going to heaven. Yeah, yeah. All right, man. Well, you know what? This time and got away from me. The grassroots reparations now. I'm with you. Hey, before I go, once again to all y'all are on here, man, go watch the latest episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast, man. We had a legend on. We had Tila. A lot of young people might not know about Tila, but the OGs in here, y'all know Tila had the streets on fire back in the 90s and late 90s, 2000s. Tila was the man. He blessed us with his presence, man. Yep. So y'all go check out the podcast. You say what I said last week. If y'all watch the podcast, I wish y'all good luck. If you don't, I wish you severe chest pains for the rest of your life. All in love. That's a Dolomite quote. DJ Memphis Mix, I see you. Everybody say I type fast. I don't type, I pick. I don't have no typing skills. I've mastered the art of pecking. All right, y'all, man. Peace and love. I appreciate y'all. All right.